3,772. That's what YouTube paid me with over 10,000 subscribers. But wait until you hear what brands are paying me on top of that. Today, I'm pulling back the curtains on what really happens when you hit 10K as a creator. We're talking real numbers. My monthly ad revenues, how much I've made from brand deals so far, taxes and bookkeeping, the content creation tools I use, and the biggest lessons that nobody tells you about. So if you're grinding toward that 10K milestone or wondering if this creator thing is worth it, this video is for you. Let's dive in. If you're new here, I'm Yale. I make videos about my life as a creative entrepreneur, and I share what it's really like to build an income online through digital products, content creation, and everything in between. I actually made a video breaking down how much I earned when I only had 1,000 subscribers. That one gives you more of my backstory and the early YouTube struggle, so definitely go watch that first if you want to see how far this channel has come. All right, let's get straight to what you came for, the actual numbers. Here's my month-by-month YouTube ad revenue since getting monetized, so you can see the massive spike that happened when I hit 10K in June. So in December, I made $22.79. January, I made $128.58. February, I made $74.98. For March, I made $105.79. April, I made $177.36. In May, I made $318.10. And in June, I made $2,944.81, bringing the grand total to $3,772.40. Now, what do these numbers tell you? 10K subscribers doesn't equal instant wealth. I think there's this misconception that once you hit certain milestones, the money just starts pouring in. That's not how it works. Yes, reaching 10K subscribers is amazing, and I am so grateful for every single one of you, but my YouTube ad revenue alone isn't going to pay my mortgage for the whole year yet. The real value of 10K subscribers is the opportunities it opens up. Brand partnerships, affiliate marketing, and most importantly, a platform to promote products or services you create. So don't get discouraged if you hit milestones and the money doesn't immediately follow. Focus on building genuine value for your audience and the monetization will come. But it takes time and it takes strategy beyond just ad revenue. Okay, now let's talk about my most paid video. On May 30th, I uploaded a video called How Selling Canva Templates Changed My Life, and that one took off. It went viral and now has over 170,000 views. Because of that video alone, my subscriber count skyrocketed to 16,000, which is where I'm at now. And that one video alone has brought in $2,000 in ad revenue so far. And because of that viral video, all of my older videos have gained thousands of views as well. What are my key takeaways from that? First is only a handful of videos will really be the instrument to your growth. This was such a hard lesson for me to accept because I used to stress about every single video performing well. But looking back at my analytics, maybe 3 or 4 videos out of my entire catalog are responsible for like 60% of my subscriber growth. The thing is, you never know which video is going to be the one. That's why you can't put all your pressure on making every single video go viral. Just focus on being helpful and authentic and trust that when you hit on something that really resonates, it'll do the work for you. Number 2, don't stress if your videos aren't getting views right now. Your effort isn't wasted. When you finally get that viral video or hit your breakthrough moment, all your previous content gets a second life. YouTube's algorithm will start pushing your older videos to new viewers who discovered you, especially if they're connected to whatever made you blow up. I've seen this happen firsthand, videos that sat at 500 views for months suddenly jumped to thousands once my channel gained momentum. So here's my advice. From day one, focus on creating bingeable content. Make videos that connect to each other, cover related topics or build on similar themes. Think of your channel like a Netflix series rather than random standalone episodes. Because when your viral moment comes, and it will, you want a catalog of content that keeps people watching. Those failed videos from your early days, they're not failures. They're your future binge-worthy content library, just waiting for the right audience to find them. And number 3, focus on serving your audience first, even if it means doing things you don't love in the beginning. You see, when I focus on genuinely helping people, sharing my real numbers, teaching what I've learned, being brutally honest about my struggles, that's when growth happens. And the reality is, in the beginning, you might have to create content that isn't your absolute favorite but serves your audience's needs. Maybe that's answering the same beginner questions over and over, or making tutorials when you'd rather share personal stories. But this is how you build trust. Every video I make, I always ask myself, will this actually help someone? Will their life be even slightly better after watching this? If the answer is no, I don't do it. Your audience's trust is everything, and you earn that by consistently showing up to serve them. Now let's talk about something that's been a really exciting development since hitting 10K, brand partnerships. I've noticed a significant increase in brands reaching out, which honestly still feels surreal to me. Now, I can't share specific amounts from individual brand deals, but I can tell you that overall from brand partnerships, I've made around 8,500 Canadian so far. That's on top of the YouTube ad revenue I mentioned earlier. Now, here are a few things that I can tell you about brand deals. Number 1, it's okay to be picky. When I first started getting partnership emails, I felt like I had to say yes to everything. I thought, what if this is my only chance? What if they never come back? But here's what I learned. Being selective actually makes you more valuable. You don't have to say yes to every deal that comes your way, especially if it's not the right fit for your audience. I now have a simple filter. Would I genuinely recommend this to my best friend? If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. This approach has saved me from promoting products I don't believe in. Trust me, one bad partnership can damage your credibility way more than saying no to a few deals. Number 2, you can negotiate your rates. Here's something nobody tells new creators. That first number they send you, it's almost never their final offer. Most brands expect negotiation. It's a part of the process. When I first started, I just accept whatever they offered because I was grateful. Now I research what creators my size typically charge, factor in my engagement rates, and counter with confidence. I've literally doubled initial offers just by asking. The worst they can say is no, but most of the time they'll meet you somewhere in the middle. So don't undervalue yourself. If a brand wants to work with you, it's because you have something valuable. Price accordingly. All right, now that we've talked numbers, here's something every creator or business owner in general needs to hear. Once you start making real money, you can't ignore the business side anymore. When you're pulling in thousands from YouTube and brand deals, treating this like a hobby will cost you. Literally. Take it from me, when I started making significant money from my online business, I kept operating as a sole proprietor without proper bookkeeping, thinking I was fine. Then I sat down with an accountant who showed me my tax bill, and I nearly fell off my chair. That wake-up call forced me to get serious, so I set up a corporation and started doing monthly bookkeeping. Had I not gotten that professional advice, I'd probably be drowning in tax debt right now. The truth is, I avoided this for way too long because it felt intimidating. I thought I needed expensive lawyers and accountants for everything. If you're in that same boat right now, making money but putting off this side of the business, I get it, but here's what I wish someone had told me. It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive, especially when you use a service like DOOLA. DOOLA specializes in helping entrepreneurs set up LLCs completely online. No lawyers needed, no confusing paperwork. They'll take care of all business formation filings to help you get your business up and running from anywhere in the world. You don't need to be a US citizen to do this. DOOLA helps entrepreneurs from anywhere in the world set up US LLCs and access the American market. They can even help you set up a US bank account through their partners. What I like about DOOLA is that they don't just set up your LLC and disappear. They can also handle the entire back end of your business, like tax filings and bookkeeping, two of the most important things you need to be on top of when you're running a business. Bookkeeping and taxes aren't my thing, so I leave that to the experts. If you're anything like me, trust me, this is not the part of your business you want to DIY. It's so much easier and less stressful to get it right from the get-go than to untangle a big mess later on. So if you're making money from content creation or any online business in general and haven't formalized your business structure yet, seriously look into it. The tax benefits alone can save you thousands. DOOLA offers free consultations to walk you through the entire process so that you feel comfortable. Click the link in my description and select Get a Demo to schedule that free call. And if you decide to move forward, you can use my code YALE for 10% off. Speaking of getting the business side sorted, let me share the tools that keep the creative side running smoothly. These are the content creation tools I actually use and swear by because we are not gatekeeping this. For filming, I use the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Yes, it's tiny compared to those massive DSLRs other creators use, but that's exactly why I love it. It's lightweight, I can take it anywhere, and the quality speaks for itself. Sometimes the best camera is the one you'll actually use consistently. For video editing, I use Final Cut Pro and then Canva for all my graphics. I get asked about this constantly, and Canva is my secret weapon. You know, all those design elements, thumbnails, and graphics you see in my videos, they're all Canva templates that I just customize. Now for scripting, I use Poppy, and this AI tool is going to blow your mind. It's like ChatGPT on steroids. And I cannot gatekeep this. So whenever I'd script, I'd sit down and spend literally hours just staring at a blank document, trying to figure out what to say and how to structure it. But when I discovered Poppy, I just brain dump all my ideas and thoughts, and then it helps me organize them into a proper structure. But here's where it gets really cool. I can actually link all my existing videos into a group, and Poppy analyzes them to understand my content style and brand voice. Then it'll create scripts that actually sound like me. It's like writing in my voice with my personality. It's honestly scary how well it captures my tone. It can also suggest new video ideas that would work well for my niche based on what's already performing for me. It's like having a content strategist who actually knows my channel. Now, I'll be honest, it's a yearly subscription that comes down to around $33 a month, which isn't exactly pocket change, but honestly, it saves my sanity, and that's worth every penny to me. So if you struggle with scripting like I do, highly recommend you check it out. I have a $25 discount code in the description box for you. All right, before I wrap this up, I want to leave you with my final piece of advice, and it's probably the most important one. If you keep showing up and putting in the work, something has to move. I genuinely believe there's always an effect when you take consistent action. Maybe not overnight and maybe not in the way you expect, but energy put into something always creates momentum in some form. That's honestly what kept me going during those early months when I was getting less than 500 views per video. I didn't know if YouTube would work out or when it would work out, but I trusted that the work would pay off somehow. And it did. So if you're in that phase where it feels like nothing's working, keep going. Every video you make, every skill you build, every person you help, it's all building towards something. You might not see it yet, but the momentum is there. The work always pays off, even when you can't see how. So there you have it. The real numbers, the real lessons, and the real behind the scenes of hitting 10K subscribers. Quick reminder, if any of this resonated with you and you're ready to get serious about the business side of content creation, I've got that DOOLA link in the description box. Book a free consultation with them. Seriously, it's free and could save you thousands in the long run. And if you decide to move forward, don't forget to use my code Yale for 10% off. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really, really helps my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!